welcome to Chellow Heights. Just like to show you the raw water that we receive from our upland moors and our catchment areas. So this is the water that comes down. Any large particles that get caught in the reservoir are allowed to settle because the reservoirs act as part of its treatment. So large particles are allowed to settle to the bottom of the res, and we draw the decent water away for treatment. So what you can actually see there is the lime and the coagulant going in for the treatment of the first stage. The one on the left is the coagulant and the one on the right is the lime for the pH correction to make sure the coagulation works. So on to the second stage of the process. These are our first stage filters which contain sand in them. This allows the partially treated water from the first stage to come through over to this process, and the water passes down through the sand, so any large particles that may be still in the water will be trapped, and especially cryptosporidium, it traps that, filters the water, and it goes off onto onto the third stage of the process. This is some of the sand that we use for filtering the water through on the first stage filters, and there's a metre of this sand in the filters, and this is ready to go into a refurbished filter. So this is a filter that's been refurbished, and if you look down below you'll see that the sand sits on gravel, and you can just see the nozzles down there where the actual water gets filtered through onto the next part of the process. So on to the third part of the treatment process. So this is where we filter the water again through more sand, and also at this point we add a chemical called sodium hypochlorite, which is basically a very strong bleach, and this kills any bacteria in the water that may be present prior to it going into storage on site.